longtime friends, blending the spine chilling thrills of horror and true crime.
The wildest Reddit stories.
And the hottest pop culture moments, one bold episode at a time. Welcome to The
The
Bold
Bold
Blend.
Blend.
I'm Nay.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ange.
Alright, so guys, you might be wondering, why am I seeing these girls again for the second time this week? So, nagkuhan me guys, it's Pride Month. And we are proud
Yay.
gals. We are proud
Yay. Happy Pride.
So,
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Nagchika-chika mi. O niya, anami, hala, magkanta bonus episodes. So, here we are with a bonus episode for this month.
So guys, for our Pride series, instead of the usual 3 segments nga naa kada episode, so we decided nga isa ka segment kada bonus episode. So for this first Pride episode naata sa true crime nga story. And then the next week would be for Reddit. The next is for pop culture, and then for the fourth one, we're still thinking of a pakulo. Unsaon na mo ang last since, mga bayot mong good ni dere. So, but anyway, so yeah, for today's episode, so it will be quick, but at least we're still touching into pride and still very on brand sa among podcast. So, Naya, take it away.
Yeah. So, we're basically giving you guys a quickie.
Why though? But true.
It's a quick one. Get your mind out of the gutter. Your mind is the gutter. For today's story, we're gonna talk about queer killers, and actually, there's just one killer, one queer killer for our true crime segment, and I think some of you may be familiar with this if you watched the Netflix documentary based on this guy. So you'll catch on siguro once ano. Anya na ako isulti. Kay mana na rin mo ay kana jadi na mo minna na ako. Ako sa basahon. So this is the story of Luka Magnotta, a model, a scammer, a killer, and the deadly pursuit of celebrity. So, guys, listener discretion is advised. Kaya medyo graphic ato ang content. We're going to talk about Eric Magnotta, and he was actually born as Eric Clinton Kirk Newman on July 24, 1982. So, Luka Magnotta grew up in Scarborough, Ontario, a suburb of Toronto. So his early life was unstable. His parents were reportedly controlling, paranoid, and isolated him from other children. Yeah, so we're off to a good start. There are accounts that he was homeschooled, and his father was later diagnosed with schizophrenia. Luca himself would eventually be diagnosed with a range of disorders: borderline personality disorder, paranoid schizophrenia, and narcissistic traits. His upbringing was marked by control, neglect, and a simmering need to be noticed. As a teenager, Luca began reshaping his identity, physically and socially. He underwent cosmetic surgeries, bleached his hair, and crafted multiple online personas. In his 20s, he briefly worked as a model, an escort, and even auditioned for reality TV. He craved fame, not necessarily through talent, but attention. In his mind, visibility equaled value. So, medyo patagad ang ato ang kontrabida today. So let's talk about his crimes before the crime. So before he became infamous for murder, Luka Magnotta committed a number of minor but telling offenses. He was convicted in 2005 for fraud after impersonating a woman to apply for a credit card and spending over $10,000. This wasn't just about money. It was about manipulation, control, and identity theft. Theft, literally. But what truly disturbed the internet was what came next. And I think this is the part where you'd recognize it. Oh, it's that documentary. In 2010, videos surfaced on so-called shock sites. One showed a man later believed to be Magnotta killing kittens. I am so sorry. And she has a cat. Sorry, Toby. Vacuum sealing one alive. The videos were anonymous, but online communities began investigating. A group called Find the Kitten Vacuumer formed on Facebook, and their sleuthing would later help crack a murder case. Familiar na mo sa Netflix series? No. There's a Netflix, sorry, it's not a series, it's a documentary. It's called Don't Fuck with Cats. If you love cats, do not watch it. You're just gonna break your heart. So, after his katong crime, katong iyang video kay nakitaan katong nag-kill siya og kitten, kay gipangita gyud na siya sa katong mga online sleuths. Like if you watch the documentary kay grabe yung mga pictures kay gi-analyze yun nila, oh asa ni dapit ana. They really tried to find him. So, and then it escalated as it usually does for people who harm animals. So, in May 2012, a video titled One Lunatic, One Ice Pick was uploaded online. It depicted the murder and dismemberment of a man. The killer, calm, deliberate, and performative, was Luka Magnotta. The victim was Jun Lin, a 33-year-old Chinese international student studying at Concordia University in Montreal. He was kind, soft spoken, and openly gay. He met Magnotta on a dating app, but what followed was pure horror. Lin was tied up and murdered on camera, and he was also dismembered. Parts of his body were mailed to Canadian political offices and schools. Magnotta fled to Europe, triggering an international manhunt. He was finally captured in Berlin at an internet cafe. Guess what he was doing in the internet cafe?
Murdering cats?
What?
Oh,
No, it wasn't.
porn?
Thank God he was not murdering cats, but um, as a narcissist, so he was googling news about himself.
Oh, okay.
Ka-funny sa, and like, during that time nga nag-google siya sa himself nga gipangita, gidakop siya. I say deserve. Buang.
Grabe.
At his trial in 2014, Luca pled not guilty by reason of mental illness. The defense argued he was in a psychotic break, that the murder was not premeditated. The prosecution painted him as a calculating narcissist who staged the crime for maximum attention. Of course, iya kong gi-upload. Upload yung snuff film.
Yeah.
He was found guilty on all counts and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 25 years, which for me, kuwang.
Mm.
What's chilling is that Luca had previously posted on forums about wanting to be famous, even suggesting he would one day commit murder. His life blurred between persona and pathology. So, why am I talking about him during our Pride episode? Well, Luca Magnotta was openly gay. And of course, queer killer man ang title sa itong episode.
I thought nga, ang relate kay dito sa ihang gi-murder nga katong gay
I,
pod, di ba? Nga yung na-meet
silang doon.
online. Oh my God! Oh.
And he was openly gay, and his case complicates. Of course, it complicates LGBTQ plus visibility. You put the gays in bad light, Luca. So go to hell. In a time when queer people are still fighting for authentic and positive representation, Magnotta's story reminds us that identity alone isn't virtue. Some media sensationalized the gay killer trope, drawing problematic parallels to cases like Jeffrey Dahmer, right? But queerness isn't a cause of violence, of course. We are nice people. Mental illness isn't a cause of violence, right? And Luka Magnotta's crimes came from a toxic cocktail of trauma, untreated illness, obsession with celebrity, and the internet's darkest corners, where we should not lurk, mga ma'am, sir. It's important that we, as a queer podcast, tell these stories with care, not to exploit them, but to remind ourselves that visibility without nuance can be dangerous. So today, Luca Magnotta is serving time in a maximum security prison, the Serb. He reportedly married another inmate in 2017. I know. Junlin, the real victim, is remembered by friends and family as a gentle, hopeful soul, someone who came to Canada for freedom and opportunity. So this Pride Month, let's honor Junlin. Let's focus on Junlin and not Luca, the asshole. Let's honor the LGBTQ plus lives that are lived with kindness and love, with truth. Let's demand better media, better systems of care, and better accountability. So that's pretty much it for my segment. And I think common, no? Common for really um kanang nasty crimes. Kaya usually the spotlight is on the killer.
Yeah.
And, the victims are just a body count. But it shouldn't be that way. What's the shackle story, guys? Did I traumatize you?
Crazy. You know,
Yeah.
like imong i-video and like post online for people to see, and like something's up with his mindset, no? Like, but na pa siya, priso pa siya ron, no?
Mm.
And yeah, I mean, di jud enough on 25 years if you think
It's not.
about it, no?
Og,
Yeah.
pila man yung lifespan. Wala dapat
True.
yung sentence.
True. But yeah, kanang yeah, very very bad nga thing nga yung gibuhat kay madamay man good ang name sa community ba. And during a time nga grabe ba kay ang fight sa uban for the rights of us ana nga community, and like mas stain siya nga in ana kay death or like killing someone is never right man, and especially in that very twisted way. And like usa to yung
Mm.
mail into to
Oh,
government
mga offices.
offices and schools, and like what
Uh-huh.
is up with that?
Yep.
Yeah, and like, you know, mo na siya violence, and you know the killer thing di jud na siya sa kung unsa ang tao. So it's
Exactly.
kung unsa siya as a whole jud dili lang parts of him. So yeah.
Exactly. And Kwan said, kanang, I guess, I don't know, right? Media, free speech, but shame on them for focusing on the fact that he's gay. Because it kind of insinuates that, you know, gay, killer, and then ibig mo pa dyan ila pa dyan kanang side by side ni Dahmer, who also, took advantage of gay men sa iyang crimes. And also, yeah, mana nga kanang, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say because free speech is free speech, but it sucks nga naging kanaging na vilify ang fact na he's gay just to get the views and stuff.
Abi na ko ang story nimo kay straight man nga nipatay og gay man. And like it turned out nga gay day silang duha. And
Mm.
like, yeah. But speaking of kanang mga na nga gipangpatay ba, makaremember ko atong, naku lang remember actually, katong, ni-watch ba ka sa Post nga series? Oh,
No, I'm so
ni-watch ko og
sorry.
Post, and like, it's, I love Post jud. If ganan ka watch na siya sa Disney Plus, I think. So, ang setup ana nga show kay kanang 80s, 90s nga drag scene sa New York. Yeah, it's
Go.
very good. Then, murag, nabi na sila yung mga mother. So, kato siya kay
Yeah.
like, kada house kay mag-compete sila, and like, kaya ilang mga gimmick and all, and like very very bongga and stuff kay underground ba nga drag scene. And then ay part dito nga kanang trans ba usually na. So trans, and then kato nga time ba kay daghan kay mga trans nga nangamatay jud. Like grabe ang hate crime sa trans people. And kanang katunga scene kay very amot lang ganahan ko mag-rewatch noon but very nice to siya. And like you'd think ba nga kung sa una in ana na adjude gihapon karon. And kato lang sa story ni mo kay gay man to gay man lang, but if you think about katong bitawng sa US pod katong bar nga nag-shooting didto
Right.
nga like sad kay to like very grabe jud to no like you'd think ba nga kanang and di man sa known to Pride Month or anything but the fact
Dili,
nga gay
oh.
bar siya and like so many queer people didto and like daghan biya sa to nga mateton like nagito yung mga screenshots nga kanang feel na ko mamatay ko now na nag-shoot and
Oh.
which is very sad no and like najoy mga the homophobia and it's very
Yep.
sad
Hate
nga maabot sa
crimes are
point
horrible.
nga mupatay ka and like bro it's not that deep wa man kahilabting ano de ka.
Are you closeted?
I mean, some of them turn out ba nga, ano, no, maka-remember lang sad ko sa Glee, that was poorly
I'm getting
written.
that.
It was poorly written. Di jud ko ganahan ato. And like, so ang story guys sa Glee, so dato'y si Kurt is a gay man. So si Kurt na siya uyab nga si Blaine. And then, naa siya, so open siya sa school and all. And then, naa siya bully nga si Karofsky. Karofsky ba to yung name? Yeah.
Itong big guy.
Yeah.
Buff guy.
I forgot his name. Basta Karofsky niya. Bully siya. So, ang naitabo ato, grabe ka siya ni bully ni Kurt nga si Kurt ni end up ni move og lain school. Tungod kay grabe yung bullying nga nadawat. Unya, for some reason, I don't know, sa end nga season sa Glee kay nagbuwag man si Kurt og si Blaine. Ang hitabo kay nagkauyo si Blaine og si Karofsky. And like,
I know, that's...
ang bully sa imong ex, imong giuyab, and like, so yeah, closeted siya nung nga time, probably.
I was there for the covers.
Yeah, and like,
I mean, they had good covers.
Same, but yeah,
Yeah.
problematic jud kay ang Glee. If gana mo watch og Glee at this age, at this year, kay, I don't watch kay problematic kay siya.
Yep.
So, okay ra to
You're
siya
gonna
ato nga
cringe.
time paggawas niya, pero now kay, no. Yeah.
Nah. Taas lang sa... But, yeah, and speaking of, I'm gonna connect this. I'm sorry, we're gonna go off topic a little bit because you mentioned Glee and then gays and there's singing and there's gay people and let's talk about my favorite musical, Rent.
Yeah, I love Rent pod. I love Rent.
Right? I don't know. I mean, there's no hate crime, wala lang. Ganahan lang dyan ko mag-istorya about Rent because it's Pride Month. So,
Mag-rewatch tag Rent.
oh, kanang ang katamang ang plot sa Rent kay there were the gays and stuff, and I think a lot of that based on akala siya try to connect me. Kaya yung people who hate the gays and stuff, kaya itong hate crime na happen at that bar. And similarly to those people, nga na ay HIV, which is basically, Rent, right? And you would see kanaging their side of the story and how they're not getting filthy, disgusting gay people. No, they're real people struggling, living their lives, real imperfect, flawed people, and like guess who? Everyone else. Nagkataon lang yun ba?
Stigmatized pa man sa jud kay to ato nga time good like the 80s watch jud og post bro you'll love it post.
I think my mom watched that. I think
I
nakafamiliar ko
think
kay
so
Murag.
ni share ka.
Murag kita si mama.
Nice kayo ang
Ato,
post. So,
ganahan siya ato.
katusad nagtackle sa to sila about HIV dito natoy episode or like season nga katoy lang murag si Pray Tell. So mo to siya ang tig style nila and also older siya nga gay man. Ya murag that time nga kanang na-depress na siya ba like kada semana na lang kumuadto og lubong, kada semana na lang na mamatay nga friend nako, inana ba? And like at that time kay wala pa manggoy like mga breakthrough sa medicine ana nga
Yeah.
sakit. But speaking of HIV, so I don't know if nakakita mo sa news. So naay news nga grabe ang pagsaka sa cases of HIV, which also means so 500% ang iyahang pagsaka. So which also means pod it's not entirely alarming daw but you can also say nga kanang more people are getting tested para to know,
Oh yeah.
'di ba? But still alarming in a way, no, nga like naadyoy daghan, and mga Gen Z actually ang ano daw, so like having unprotected sex and like with the hookup culture pod karon.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if gi-timing nila to release that data in Pride Month, no? Pero mura kog very suspicious nga no imo na igawas in like June. And
And
like,
again, the media.
and like, ang mga tao mo na dayon nga, mo ni kay ang mga bayot, sa kinsa rin, medyo na-off ko atong ang kanong katugi,
Uh-huh.
you
Uh-huh.
see, no, nga na something against them, gyapon. But anyway, let's focus on the important thing. So, guys, mm, kanang be safe. Ayaw
Yeah,
bisang
Pride
kinsa.
Month is oh, and if ever you're into the whole hookup culture, safe sex, protected,
Yeah. Yeah.
be protected, um, and Marsha, get tested also.
True.
For some companies na free, sa mga company na may free.
Actually,
Na testing.
guys, na ay mga LGBT groups karon. I think di man na siya mo apply nga for LGBT people lang. So, straights, if ganan gyapon mo, like, na ay mga free testing karon, especially Pride Month, and na atoy event somewhere na actually naghatag sila prep. So, yeah, if you guys need that information, so naara na siya sa LGBT groups. So, yep.
So yes, and yeah, let's not be mean to those people. Okay, having it is
Yeah.
bad enough.
Yeah, but I mean,
Right?
at this time, di naman ko siya naka-deadly pod. Like,
It is
na
not.
may
Yeah.
uban nga will live pagyapon. But, it's the, di man sa jud ta kaingon good. Like, what if ikaw low jud ka and like, ma-affect ka in a bad way? Especially those nga who go on untested. So, waka kibaw nga nanaday na nimo and then you end up spreading it to other people. And, yeah, it's scary.
Yeah, so I think and I just really wanted to plug my favorite musical of all time. If you haven't watched it, I think Pride Month would be a perfect
Yeah.
time to watch
Yeah.
Rent. Mo na siya.
Actually, nakaibaw rasad ko og Rent tungod sa Glee. Kani yung Glee, uy, for the gays sa jud kay ni ang Glee, uy.
Correct. Asa ata katang nagkaan sila, katong
Katong
quarterback,
quarterback nga episode niya. Ganan kay ko sa Seasons of Love niya.
Seasons
Sa
of
Rent
Love.
din naman to siya. Ni watch ko og Rent
Ay, mo
din.
share ko. Niadto mi sa kanang O-bar, kanang a drag bar. Kanya, pagkahuman, kay I was so happy kay I think towards the end of their kanang performances, they sang Seasons of Love. The drag queens went on
Eh,
stage and and sang Seasons of Love, and it was so wonderful. Okay, all the people were singing along, and it was just such a gay experience. It was amazing.
true. So, when we say musicals, guys, kay usually, dako kay chance nga gay. So, kanang mga theater kids, dako og chance nga gay. I mean, you know,
Not that we're judging, but
dili man ka naman based on kanang observation lang ba? And like the people we know. Aw, bantayi ko na unsa may mga interests sa mga bayot be. Sige daw. Sige daw. Di ba?
I mean, come on.
Na may gusto ipatubag ha, person. So, sige daw.
Sige daw. Ang challenges, andyan.
Joke ra tayo. Gamay.
Amo na to siya. Ay, so, ano siya guys. So, yun na kaming naabtan sa, but we just really wanted to yap some more for
About
you
being
guys
gay.
about being gay, and also to make up for katong lost time. Okay, na-disappear mi ganyan. So, ano siya. Bawi.
So, yeah, I guess that's it for this bonus episode. So, again, guys, happy Pride Month. So, for the allies, sa people sa community, so, kanang, I know, it's, wala sila nga, ano, napamamoy Pride Month, buot man mo. Like, nagay mo yung straight month, like 11 months in a year. So, yeah. Let us have 1 month.
Okay, so, yeah, that's pretty much it for us. Again, stay safe, stay with strangers, hookup culture. You could meet a Luka Magnotta, hopefully not.
A
Be
Jeffrey
safe with
Dahmer.
strangers. Oh, a Jeffrey Dahmer, and also, avoid getting sick. So practice safe sex, safe kana kuan. Tell your friends where you are when you meet people. So Marsha, mga reminders nimo for the ay ninyo for Nemo. Ninyo for the
Kinsay
first
mong remind?
episode. I don't know. So that's pretty much it for us. The blend's over for now, but the chaos never stops.
Stay tuned. Stay bold.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Bye bye.